Hi YouTube, how are we all doing? Well, if you've seen my last video, you'll know I've got a new camera, so thank you so much for all the kind comments. I mean, you've given me some fantastic comments, so thank you so much. Really pleased with your feedback, so thank you for that. Thank you, sir. So yeah, it was just really a quick thank you. Really pleased with the footage, actually. Really pleased with the footage that I've got from the GoPro. So today, it's a sunny day, so what I decided to do, because obviously I'm looking at really SD card space at the moment, because I've done a couple of tests with what, with the space sizes. Now, I left the camera running today, just in the house while I was working. Well, actually I left it in the kitchen. Just let it film. Didn't do anything with it. Pointing out in the back garden. And I thought, you know what, let's just see what it does. Now I managed to, I put a 128 card in it, one of these A2 Extreme cards. And helmet's not sat right. Anyway, yeah, so I put an A2 Extreme card in it, and I thought to myself, well, let's just see what it does. Now, I continued filming. The battery lasted 2 hours, and when I took after I changed the battery a couple of times, I decided let's just see what it is. Now, the camera said to me it still had over an hour left on the SD card. Now, when I started it off at 100%, it reckoned I was going to get 5 hours, just on 5 hours out of a 128 card. Now, I'd set it to 1080 at 30 frames a second, just to see if there was a difference. Now, it still said 5 hours and 15 minutes, or 14 minutes, I think it said on it. So anyway, cut a long story short, I left it running, got to the end, said I had an hour and 4 minutes left, and it had actually had 6 hours and 28 minutes on the card. So I thought, interesting. So I thought, I'll come out today and do a little road test. I'll do a standard route. I'll do one route at 30 frames a second, and then I'll do another one at 60 frames a second, and just see what the difference is. Hope it does make a difference, like. But yeah, I wanted to take the opportunity as well to say thank you. You know, it does make a big difference. You know, hearing your comments, what you think. You know, overall, you know, I really do sort of really do thank you for that. So it's really kind. You know, your comments have been kind, so thank you so much. Anyway, I say the sun's shining today, so it's a little bit brighter. Let's just see what this camera does, what colour it shows. And this is, I say, 30 frames a second at 1080 full HD. The other thing I noticed as well is there was no overheating at all on the 11. Alright, admittedly, it was at filming at 1080. It wasn't filming at 2K, and it wasn't filming at 5K or 4K. I think these cameras will do 5 point something K. So it wasn't filming at you know, higher resolutions. Anyhow, it should be interesting to see how it comes out. So, but no, a big thank you. You know, it means a great deal. It was a big investment, I am a little bit concerned about the storage capacity. Now I've got a couple of external hard drives, so the next thing is to take a wee notebook or a small laptop with me on holiday, and I think that really has become a must now. I think the file sizes are getting so big. It's not like the old days where it's just to put a couple of SD cards in and take it from there. And I've always been a great believer in using SD cards, not messing about with a laptop. But I think when we're going to be doing a 2-week trip, or just over 2 weeks, it's going to cost an arm and a leg in SD cards, and these extreme ones are bloody expensive. So it's going to be a case of what do we do with this? Do we can we see what's coming, etc. So it will make a difference, but it'll be interesting. But I wanted to get out and do some more videos. I've not really been out much this year. Also need to be testing the bike more. Make sure the starting issues have gone. Enjoying the roads a little bit. But I must admit, I was actually pretty impressed with the footage of the GoPro. I'll be honest with you. Quite impressed actually. Let's go this way. It's just as awkward as the other junction. Yeah. Need to have a neck of an owl. I know with GoPros, Ray's been really impressed with his new 10. I've got to be honest with you. What made me finally decide on the GoPro, and I'll be honest with you, there was 2 things that made me decide on the GoPro. One was people's comments, and as much as I do thank you for people having their honest opinion, and I do listen to what people are saying. Since I changed to the XL Pro, I noticed there was a bit of a theme appearing with regards to comments, and the theme was along the lines of, have you done something to your camera because it's jerking everywhere? So I thought, well, something must be wrong if people are complaining. Now I do take notice of these things, because I try my best to provide good quality footage for you guys to watch. And it takes a lot of effort to do the video. So one fella said to me, and forgive me, I can't remember your name, do apologise. One of the subscribers had said, I didn't want to say anything because I know how much effort you put into the videos, and do you know that meant a great deal. So thank you very much for that. That did, it did actually mean a lot, to be honest with you. And yes, I do. There is a lot of effort that goes into these videos. Not just in the actual filming of it. Well, actually, there's not much effort in filming. I press a button and we go. But the actual editing side, and it's quite time consuming. So that was the first reason why I decided to look at the GoPro. The second reason, and this is the honest truth, when we were doing our Luxembourg tour, I was just looking at the footage that Ray's 360. Now, okay, when he's got it in 360 mode, it is a pain in the derriere. An absolute, pain in the arse, if you really want the truth, because it does it in 8-minute segments, and effectively you've got to edit it and follow the road, otherwise it goes all the wrong way, that type of thing, and it is a nightmare to do. Now, the trade-off of that was the footage. I noticed that looking at my old XL Pro, and looking at the footage he was getting, it was amazing. It was absolutely brilliant, the footage. So I thought, I'm looking at the wide angle stuff, what we're missing, the colour was nice. And don't get me wrong, my XL Pro, the quality of the image is pretty damn good, to be fair. It was just the actual sort of movements of the camera, the stabilisation of the camera. and that's I think was the main thing that let it down. Now Craig and Motorrev's a fantastic bunch of guys, and I've been taking advice off him as well on cameras, etc. I know he's got the XL Pro as well, and he decided to use it as a rear camera. Now if you put the stabilisation on, it looks amazing. So that's one of the options I'm going to sort of look at, is the the stabilisation side of it. Anyhow, that was a thought. So that's what I need to do. But in saying that, I couldn't get the stabilisation to work as a helmet camera because it actually really reduces the the field of view. Now another guy I watch, the Lofty Biker, and I know he won't mind me saying this, he also uses the XL Pro, and his footage is brilliant. He's got the stabilisation on, and it looks amazing, absolutely amazing. But I don't know how he does it, but when I tried it, it was all over the shot, so I give up with it. By the way, as a little advertisement, if you have a look at the Lofty Biker, his channel is brilliant. He's got a Spanish series currently on at the moment. Have a look at that, folks. Subscribe to his channel. He does some really good stuff. So that's the Lofty Biker, guys. If you do a search on YouTube, Lofty Biker, he'll I'm sure he'll appreciate any views that you'll give him. Same for Motorrev guys as well. Craig and the gang, cracking bunch of lads. Give them a view, give them a push of that subscribe button, click on the little bell. While you're at it, you can always do this channel as well if you want. If you're not already bored. If you're still here, then you can't be that bad. So yeah, some good stuff out there, and they'll give you good advice as well. Right folks, anyway, I'm going to go back and do the same route again now, but what I'm going to do is change it to 60 frames a second, just to see if there's any difference in the sunlight, because when I last filmed it the other day, it was pretty dark, to be honest with you. Not so much dark, it was just overcast and dull. So I want to see what the difference is now at 1080 at 60 frames. So I'm going to head back to the same point, do another little video. At the same time, I'll go and get some fuel in this next one. Right folks, just pulled up in the little lay-by here. I'll come past here a couple of minutes ago, you probably saw. So I thought I'll change the settings back to 1080, 60 frames a second, and we'll see how this part goes. The sun's shining, it's a brighter day. She started as well, as you saw. So I thought I'll just do this, give it another run. See how she copes. That sun is bright, I'll be honest with you. I do need fuel as well, so I'm going to, after I finish the same route, I'm going to take advantage and get some fuel. Cause it's not as the distance isn't as good on the NT as what it was on the Beamer. I keep forgetting that. The range is about 200 odd. So yeah, so anyway folks, this is at 1080, 60 frames a second, same as it was on my initial test ride. The difference is this time the sun's shining, so it'll be interesting to see, do the colours look a bit more vibrant, that type of thing. Try not to move my head around as much as I did last time, because it was a good test for the obviously for the camera though, which is good. But just I'm actually moving my head like I normally move it. I don't tend to move it about a lot, not like Ray. He's like the Churchill dog in the back of someone's car. Anyway, yeah. Digress. So yeah, this is at 60 frames a second, so be interesting to see how this gets on. So I'm going to do the same route as I did before. When I finished camera before, it was just up that road there, but of course I'm a mile up the road. So now I'm going to do the same route as I did previous. So we go down White House Lane here. We'll go through Thornton Huff again. So here we go. It's a lovely part of the Wirral, this as well, so it's really nice roads. I'm kind of hoping it's going to look a little bit better because it's a little bit brighter today than what it was yesterday, on Sunday, sorry. It's a nice road, this. Very clear, yeah. Tell you what, it's a relief to find where my heater grips are, especially when it's only 4 degrees. So yeah, this is the 1080 60 frames. I will do a test at 2K at some point, but I mean at the moment, if everyone's happy with the footage and it looks amazing, and great. I say it's a little bit brighter than the last one. Starting to get a little duller, but it's still brighter than what it was. But I do appreciate everything, you know, you guys have done to support the channel, you know, ladies and gents. And we really do appreciate all the support you give us, honestly. All the comments, feedback. We often get people say to us, you know, are you really like that? Well, yeah, as it happens, we are. You know, what you're seeing, you know, the banter between me and Ray is, it's genuine. We're just two good mates and we have a laugh and joke. Right, we go a little bit overboard sometimes, you know, but overall, that's what happens, you know. As you've probably seen on the Luxembourg trip, you know, when there was 4 of us, you know, we had some good banter. John and Donna are great. We had a good laugh with them. There was a lot of banter I couldn't show. It's just some of the banter was unbroadcastable, you know. But overall, I mean, we had a fantastic trip, the Luxembourg trip, and I would definitely do it again. You know, I'd certainly do it again with John and Donna because it was great. You know, me and Ray both said that. We had a blooming good laugh, you know. So it's the roads are great, the scenery was fantastic. It was a cracking little place, and it's ideal really because, you know, you're only talking 2 days riding and you're there, you know. Overnight stop in Folkestone. Alright, we did an overnight stop in Mons, but if you really wanted to, you could actually you know, push it all the way. But we did, we had a blooming good laugh. Oh God, it was hilarious. We did have a scream. So anyway folks, be interesting to see how this comes out. So she'll go the same way as before, and then I'll go and get some fuel before I have to push her home.